Episode number 3, spill the beans. Let's get this going.
Episode number 3.
Where are we going today, Ray?
Today we are going to go to the Wormhole right here in Wicker Park, so it's next door to us. I'm super excited about this one. We're going to kind of travel back in time with this coffee
They have the Back to the Future DeLorean.
Yes. So I'm excited to go see this.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Let's get after it. So I've been to Wormhole once, and the coffee is on point. It's
what did you order?
Coffee, just a black coffee.
Black coffee.
You know, you gotta. I judge coffee spots by like if you just go black drip. How hyped are you within like, I guess 5 to 10 minutes of that first sip? If I'm hyped.
So you go based off of energy levels, not the taste.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Let's talk about the type of neighborhood that it is. What's the feel of Wicker Park to you?
Yeah, I would say Wicker Park definitely has, it's a good mixture of both single family and attached single family homes, which is nice. Whereas 2 weeks ago when we did Bucktown, I feel like that's a little bit more of a single family home takeover. Wicker Park has kind of like a good half and half.
I agree with that, yeah. Like older multi-unit, 3 flat, 4 flat,
Yep, and the cool thing about Wicker Park and how it even became a thing really was back in the 1800s, it was at 1871 when the Chicago fire happened. And it took everything out. They needed somewhere to start rebuilding, and so that's how Wicker Park attracted so many people over here, and also the steel mills too. That brought a lot of people out this way. So really the Chicago fire kind of is the reason why it started booming, which is a sad but kind of cool thing as well. Gave it some life over here. So yeah, that's what kind of brought the families out this way when the steel mills and stuff started being built, because people wanted to be closer to where they worked.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these warehouses that have been rehabbed into condos were those, right? Old steel production, old like there's cabinet makers. There's like all of these different types of oldie style production that their warehouses just were kind of defunct, so they turned them into the condos.
Yep, and I do think, and I don't know your opinion on this, but I feel like in the last 10-ish years really is when they started remodeling these buildings. So a lot of them are a more modern feel, but they kept the old vintage feel to the steel mills too.
Yeah, so they did a lot of the rehabs in 90s, early 2000s. So that's why you get a lot of those retro, teal colored, not my favorite styles. But then there's more, as pricing went up and there's valuations and people came in with more money in the last 10 to 15 years, you're absolutely right. So the newer construction is very modern, very kind of cutting edge style real estate. So Wicker Park, you kind of get it all, right? So you get it from oldie styles to multi-units to new construction, single family homes. So you can basically get it all. And you're still very centrally located with transportation.
Yes.
You're right off the expressway. So it's a very popular in-demand neighborhood for the convenience of the location as well.
Yeah, being off the highway, you have the L that goes right through here as well, which again is great whether you work in the suburbs or you're coming into the city. If you live in the city and you need to get out of it, it's very centralized.
Yeah, and the metro actually isn't that far either, the Armitage stop. So we're actually passing under it right now. So that's one of the biggest draws too, is that you do have the metro, a metro stop that is pretty close. Maybe we should start doing neighborhood spas and then we get massages instead of coffee.
If you're offering this, I'm not mad. A credit card company? Or the company credit card? Oh, push.
So let's talk about what specifically people can expect attraction-wise in Wicker Park. I find myself, because I live in Bucktown, we are constantly here. They have an awesome farmer's market every Sunday. It's really nice and it's on Wicker Park. So there's it's a big space for all of these vendors. Then there's a huge kids park and then there's a huge open field and a dog park.
Yeah.
All kind of amongst this corner, so it's this really nice community meeting spot. So the streets south of Division just south of it. There's like a few parallel streets. And the German consulate owned some real estate there early 1900s. And now it's obviously changed hands or whatever, but some of these houses are majestic. They are like magnificent, beautiful, huge homes that like we love walking by every single summer and just like seeing like the landscaping. It's like 3 or 4 city lots some of these houses are at. So it's like you get that too, where you're just like, wait, you're like in a really core downtown area and you can get this much house, and it's like not, I mean, they trade for like 2-3 mils.
Yeah,
Maybe even it's like less, some of these. I mean, they need gut rehabs, but like for that much space, Wicker Park, I mean, still you can find a lot of value here.
We also are at the 606 Trail, which is also nice to be, just to get anywhere, outdoor walks, bike trail. So that's nice to have around you as well. They've got the Wicker Park Fest, which is
that's right, that's
dubbed
fun.
Chicago's best outdoor festival that they do.
Yeah.
So, I've never actually been. I think you've been though, right?
I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
There's a outpost called Chai Boys. So the guy that it's like Chicago branded clothing. He started as a, I think like kind of in different individual stores, and then he had his own actual store here. It's on Milwaukee, and we have like, he's got like the Michael Jordan
cool.
sweaters and things like that. So that's really, really fun. But like, just again, like Milwaukee has like for sneakerheads, right? Like some of the best sneaker shops in the entire city. There's lines of people that are constantly looking for the drops.
They also have Reckless Records, another place for any record, not a sneakerhead, but a record head. People, same thing, they line up for hours, days for record drops there as well. Which is cool.
If I can give a quick update on my energy levels, I am ready to jump through the roof right now. This coffee is still on point. So Wormhole, I think, really stands up to its name. I've definitely entered the wormhole, and I'm on the other side of high energy.
You entered the wormhole, so you went back in time? Is that what you meant by that?
Well, I think they're time traveling because of the DeLorean. For me, a wormhole is into a different dimension. I am now in a dimension of high energy.
Okay. So
good job, Wormhole.
Yeah.
So why don't we now tell the people, our viewers, your average expected pricing for condos, single families, and multi-units?
Let's take a closer look at what you can expect in the Wicker Park real estate market. Currently, the average sale price for an attached single-family home is $590,000. That is almost a 24% increase in just this past year alone. For a detached single-family home, the average sale price is at $1.43 million. If you would like to know what your home is worth in this neighborhood, or you are interested in learning more about the homes currently listed, please reach out to me individually and I'd be more than happy to help.